Last time, I asked you guys what cognitive function I should cover next, NI or FE, and you all unanimously said NI. Seriously, I don't think I got a single comment for FE, at least by the time of scripting this video. Sorry FE, apparently you're the most hated cognitive function. So comment down below that you want to see FE next. Poor function needs some validation. Introverted Intuition, or NI, is one of the 8 cognitive functions, and a cognitive function is, simply put, just a way to categorize how your brain works with information. The F's handle your emotions and values, S's have to deal with how you handle things in the physical reality, T's handle logic and thinking, and the N's focus on ideas, concepts, and patterns. You can and do use all 8 cognitive functions, but you're going to prefer just 4 of them, and those 4 functions tell us what your personality type is. If you are an ENTJ, ENFJ, ISFP, ESFP, ESTP, ISTP, or especially if you're an INFJ or INTJ. You are very familiar with NI because it's in your cognitive function stack. Like I mentioned earlier, the intuitive functions, or Ns, because intuitive starts with an N if you didn't know that, focus on ideas. NI focuses on narrowing things down and creating a main idea, while NE focuses on broadening ideas and coming up with new ones. So basically getting distracted and procrastinating on doing its homework. Think of it like this. Imagine there's a squirrel sitting on a tree limb. Let's call him Nutmeg. If Nutmeg prefers NE, he's going to go away from the trunk of the tree and follow all of the different branches and see where they go, looking at all the leaves, maybe finding some nuts, or even a lady squirrel. And this would make a great segue for a dating app sponsor, but since I have integrity and would never advertise one of those things, check out my video roasting an MBTI dating app when this video is done. Link in the description. But an NI Nutmeg is going to go towards the trunk of the tree. NI Nutmeg doesn't see a point in following all the individual branches. They're all made of wood, and they have the same leaves. It just seems like a waste of time to them. The only thing that's going to happen from going all the way out there is there's going to be less wood under you and there's a better chance you'll fall to the ground. NI has a tendency to simplify things. And if you ask me, an INFP with second slot NE, I'd say it oversimplifies things. I'm not a big fan of lumping different ideas together, but NI will mix Pepsi, Sprite, Coca-Cola, root beer, Fantina, and Dr. Pepper all into one can and call it Coke, because NI is Southern, apparently. But as much as I knock NI over its generalization of soft drinks, it's terrific at noticing patterns and overall themes. High NI users make amazing detectives. They solve the Scooby-Doo cases before Shaggy and Scooby even mention food. Yeah, so within the first few seconds of the episode. High NI users are also really great at using patterns to predict the future. If people regularly think you're a psychic, you probably have high NI. Or if you're the last person to die in a horror movie, yeah, I'm definitely not going to chase after a big scary scream with no weapon. You're definitely a high NI user. NI isn't always exact. I mean, it's rarely exact, but it doesn't need to be. By noticing patterns, high NI users know when they need to be specific or vague. It's a great time saver. Well, NE is kind of a hot mess, turning the smallest things into massive projects. But if you want to learn more about the hot mess of a function called NE, I made a video on it. Click here.